Stage one, we want to focus on moving lymph through the body. There's two ways that this happens. One is through muscle contraction. The muscular contraction will move blood and lymph through the body. The area where it has the least pressure moving it up is in the back of the neck. So what we want to do is make sure that there's no neck tension, which is going to impede lymphatic circulation. This happens a lot when people have chronic illness. They'll say, I've got a really stiff neck. And oftentimes they might not even realize how stiff the neck is, particularly if you're using the computer a lot on your phone. The sternocleidomastoid muscles in the front can get rather tight. It pulls against the back, and then as a result, you find that you might feel better after seeing a chiropractor, or after a massage, but it's kind of goes right back to the way it was. So to begin this, I want to warm up the hands. Infrared heat is great, and anytime you're making friction, it's creating infrared heat. As I do this, I'm going to relax my breathing. Let it completely fill through the lower pelvic girdle. Relax my breathing deep down. And as that fills, let my breathing fill up into the chest as well. So as I'm massaging my hands together, creating that friction, creating that heat, I want to start really expanding by relaxing how much I'm able to breathe. That expansion and contraction is going to also help pump lymph through the body. Now that my hands are nice and warm, I'm covering just over my ears and coming down on the side of the neck, doing some light lymphatic massage. Under the ear, down the side of the neck. And if I feel any tension in the SCM muscle, sternocleidomastoid, just going to give that a light massage at the tenderest point. Those tender points can find that Golgi tendon, and that will tell the muscle this is how long or short it should be. If you can get that tender point, you override the signal and say, hey, it's okay to be longer. You don't have to be so contracted and tight. If you get it just right, it feels really nice and will increase your range of motion. I like to test range of motion as well. At the same time, as I'm observing how far I can move my neck, I'm listening internally to see how crunchy it is. If it's crunchy, that's a sign of contraction and tightness. So now I'm going to move to the back of my neck. Right now I just want to warm up the back of the neck. After it's nice and warm, I'll bring my thumbs like so and massage up and down. Feeling for any tender points, massaging and releasing. Get my hands warm again. I'm going to add another layer to this. As I deep breathe in through the lower abdomen, through the chest, I'm going to hold my breath just like I've yawned. You just kind of yawn like you would naturally do. there's that place where you kind of hold the breath before the exhalation. What I do with this exercise is get the hands nice and warm. Breathe up like you're yawning. Hold the breath and massage the back of the neck. And then slowly exhale out the nose. As you exhale out the nose, you should feel your lower abdomen creating the space for your next in-breath. Breath comes in and up. Warm those hands. Chin to chest. Hold the breath. And slowly, slowly, slowly out the nose. Now I'm just going to do this exercise with you without saying anything so that you can get a sense for the timing. If you do this correctly, you're going to break a light sweat. It's more about the timing than it is the specifics of the breath hold or specifics of hand position. It has more to do with, it's similar to the way that you sneeze too. Right? You've got that breath that comes into the chest and there's that slight hold. Opening in the perineum, relaxing through the hips, breathing up into the chest. Then I'm going to hold and bring my chin to the chest. Massage the back of the neck, and as slowly as possible, exhale out the nose. Ready? Let's do it. Right now I can feel very light sweat, pores are opening. Now I'm going to add another layer to this. Nasal humming could expand nitric oxide. Nitric oxide opens up blood vessels and it helps to move lymph through the body. So the way I'm going to stimulate this is after I take that big breath in, lower abdomen first, then expanding through the chest, chin comes to the chest. I'm going to do the hold and massage the back of the neck. Only now this time, instead of just breathing out the nose as slowly as I can, I'm still going to take that slower exhalation. But as I'm exhaling out the nose, I'm going to do a humming sound. Now, don't copy exactly the sound that I'm making because the purpose of the hum is to vibrate into your nasal sinuses. So your sound should be different than my sound unless we have exactly the same face, in which case I'm very sorry for you. So what we're going to do is just hum until you just feel a little more vibration in the nasal sinuses. If you feel that, you're doing it correctly. Massaging down the neck. As I'm massaging the hands, really focusing on filling up my entire body with breath. Through the hips, through the back, up through the chest, some of that was my humming, some of that was a boat that's passing by. So, in case you thought I was double humming, I'm not that talented. Relaxing, feeling that lower abdomen, feeling the hips, breathing up through the chest and back, filling as much as I possibly can. Holding the breath. Excellent. I'm going to retest a range of motion. Listen internally for any creaks or cracks. Sometimes I can feel, I could probably just use a little bit of a nice